Hello YouTube and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you a full review for Gotham Season 4. That's right, the premiere had just happened, it's back, hallelujah, I'm happy, let's get started. Now remember, I'm going to do some spoilers here, so if you haven't seen the episode, leave now and then come back later, watch Gotham and then come back. So let's talk about some good things about this episode, and then of course I'm going to talk about some negatives. Let's start with the beginning. Obviously, we all know that Bruce Wayne is now going to get ready to become Batman. So now he's on his own, basically doing vigilante stuff. Basically wearing black, ski mask, hood, and he basically becoming like what Arrow does. And basically going down, finding criminals wherever he can find them, beating the holy hell out of them, and basically getting better at what he does. So that way eventually he becomes Batman. And then we have the Penguin. Now he's back in charge doing his criminal stuff. Because remember, at the end of Season 3, he basically decided to go back because Riddler wanted to kill him. He froze them. And now he's no longer the mayor. And now he's basically a mobster again. And he opened his Iceberg Lounge, which is basically a little wink and a noir to the comic book. Because in the comics, Penguin's not really a crazy person. That's why he's never locked up in Arkham. He's always locked up in regular prison. He basically is a weapons dealer, drug smuggler, whatever you want. He does it, and Batman always stops him anyway. But he does have his club, and he does his secret, law-breaking stuff there. So basically, he came up with this idea where criminals can basically do whatever they want and have a license to do it. Whether it would be robbing banks, mugging people, whatever. Obviously no murder yet, but basically Penguin thought that, these guys can have, these licenses to make, break the law. Crime will go down. Everybody will think he's a hero. Always, of course, it works. But then, of course, the GCPD don't like it at all. And then, of course, what else is another good thing about this? I really like the fact that Bruce is now embracing who he is. He's no longer afraid or questioning, I don't know how to be strong. He's basically strong now. He's basically going out there and kicking some butt. And, his moments in this are cool, but there are also some negatives to it, but I'll get to that in a minute. And then we got to see the return of the fear gas, which is basically created by the Scarecrow, a.k.a. Jonathan Crane in the comics, and that stuff. Overall, it was a cool episode. It wasn't the greatest season premiere, episode 1, but I still enjoyed it. Now, let's talk about the negatives. Let's start with Bruce. No offense, I get that the guy is basically Batman. We all know that. Eventually he grows up and becomes that thing right there. And, him, Batman has all the martial arts in the world. He knows every single, from martial arts, from Kung Fu to Taekwondo, whatever. He knows everything. I just feel with Bruce, he doesn't really know so much. He knows a couple of moves, obviously, because of Alfred, but he didn't really go away to train anything. I mean, yeah, when the League of Assassins kidnapped him or whatever, and not the League of Assassins, I mean, the Court of Owls kidnapped him. Sure, he learned how to fight a little bit, but it wasn't exactly major, where he can go out there, fight guys with guns, and basically beat the holy hell out of them. So I found that very weird and very not realistic enough. But you know what? Let's see what happens going down. Another thing I didn't like, the whole crime is legal, you got a license now. I mean, that's a cool concept, but I feel like, what's the point of it? I mean, if people are going to start killing people anyway, then what's the point of having the license? Oh yeah, I killed him, but you can still get arrested, right? Because apparently the card says you can commit crimes, muggings, robberies, whatever, maybe rape or something, but yet no murder. So if they commit a murder, then, they're going to go to jail anyway, so what's the point of having that thing? I just find that concept to be very weird and awkward. It was a cool concept, it was cool enough, but, whatever. We didn't get no Barbara today, so that's another negative for me. I mean, listen, I love Barbara, she's awesome. She's Harley Quinn to me in this show, even though she's not really going to be Harley Quinn, but let's face it, she is Harley Quinn. To me, she is in that show, so the lady, the actress who plays her is very brilliant in that, so hopefully when she comes back, she comes back. We didn't get no Riddler either. So, obviously, he's going to come back, she's going to come back, spoiler, she supposedly died, and then he got frozen, but, that was the last season, but they're going to come back. Also, with the Scarecrow, it was really cool seeing Jonathan Crane locked up in like a mental institution. But and he was drawing on the floor, and you got to see the Scarecrow, what we've seen him, how he looks in the Batman animated series. That the Scarecrow with the pointy pumpkin hat. That's pretty cool. That was cool. But there was a moment in the episode where he got locked up with a Scarecrow because the bad guys who didn't have the license wanted to kill the Penguin, kidnapped him to make the fear gas so they can use it against him and then basically do what they want. Locked him in the closet and then left him in there and he was freaking out. And then by the end of the episode he comes out as the Scarecrow. Literally the Scarecrow. So did he just pull a Green Goblin, just embraced it? I don't know. That was just weird to me. Cool. The way he looked cool. I liked that a lot. Other than that, that's pretty much all the negatives I have. Another good positive thing, I like Selina in this thing. I like how she's finally becoming what we all know and love about Selina, aka Catwoman. Basically being a strong woman, powerful. Basically, she could kick ass. And now it seems to seem that we're going to see that romance between her and Bruce really move forward. Because if you watch the first 3 seasons of Gotham, it was there, but in a puppy dog love. When Batman and Catwoman actually do like each other, they have different philosophies, obviously. She's a criminal, he's a hero. Of course, they do that. But, that chemistry between the two of them is really solid. So at least we're starting to see sneak peeks of that. So let's see what happens moving forward. I am looking forward to the rest of the season. I believe this could be the last season. I mean, I'm just taking guesses here. So if it ends in season 4, I think he will become Batman in the ending, blank out ending, and 20 years later it'll be Batman. But I doubt it, but let's see what happens. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode if you saw it. And what do you think is going to happen in this season? Do you think the Scarecrow is going to be the main villain, or we're going to get some more villains, maybe the Court of Owls, the League of Assassins, or Ra's al Ghul? Who knows? Leave a comment below. Let me know. Thank you very much, and have a good day.